honey, your vagina is very important. It's very delicate. It's the most delicate part of a woman's body. Do not use your soap. I cannot stress on this enough. Do not use your soap to clean your vagina. Avoid it. Nobody should smell, period, in your body. That is the worst thing that could happen to any lady. Welcome back to another video. My name is Elishiba Blessing, and if this is your first time on my channel, you're very welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and please, I would really love it if you subscribe to my channel. And if you enjoyed this video to the end, please give this video a thumbs up and comment down below how you feel or what you think about this video. And if you're an old subscriber or an OG, like I like to affectionately call you guys, you know how we do it here. Thank you so much for sticking and staying with me. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. Today's video, we are going to be talking about feminine hygiene, everything that has to do with the woman's body and how we should maintain it in a healthy way. And before we get into it, I'd like to address some misconceptions about what feminine hygiene is. A lot of people think or believe that it is about the woman's vagina. That is not all that it is to a woman. A woman is so much more than just her vagina. When it comes to feminine hygiene, it has to do with every part of the woman's body and how to keep it clean and healthy. Feminine hygiene is the whole body and not the woman's vagina. Thank you. So let's get into the video. The first thing I would like to stress on is bathroom etiquette or bathroom hygiene. As a woman, when it comes to the bathroom or the toilet, we need to be very extra careful of how we use it. Let me explain it in this way. You know very well that when it comes to toilets, that is where we pick a lot of infections as a woman. And that is why it is very imperative that as a woman, you make sure that your bathroom hygiene, your bathroom etiquette are top notch. For example, going to use a toilet, a public toilet, and you just go in there as a woman and you start doing your business or you start pooping. You don't know who might have used it. You don't know what that person who used it might have whilst using the toilet, and you are just going to pick whatever that person left and go with it. Definitely you are going to have infections or whatnot, and that is not what we're looking for. I would like to advise you as a sister to use the bathroom the way I do or any other way that you think is healthy, but then these are steps that I've been using over the years that has helped me so much, that I think would also help you if you employ them. The first thing you need to do when you enter a toilet to use is to make sure that you flush the old water that is in the toilet can and make sure it goes. It does not belong there. It is dirty. It needs to go. And make sure that before you flush or before you get that water going, make sure it goes with disinfectant. Personally, I like to go with a Dettol. Yes, the old Dettol that we've been using. And if you think you have any other disinfectants that you think would help, then I would advise that you use it. But if you're using a Dettol, when you go into the toilet, before you even flush it, make sure you pour a little bit of the Dettol into the toilet bin or into the toilet can or toilet bowl, and then flush it with it. Personally, I like to even go the extra by using the toilet brush to scrub inside it very neatly whilst using the Dettol or the disinfectant. And after that, I flush it like once or twice, depending on how I feel, just to make sure that it is extra clean. And after you are done with that, don't just use the toilet like that. Pour the Dettol or disinfectant again into the water even before you sit on it, just to be extra careful, since you can never be careful when it comes to toilets. The next thing you need to do is to make sure that you clean the toilet seat very neatly using the same disinfectant, in this case a Dettol. Pour a little bit of the Dettol into your tissue or toilet roll and use it to sanitize or clean the toilet seat thoroughly, even before you think of using it. And sometimes I like to go extra even after doing that. I use the toilet papers to place them neatly on the toilet seat before I even have to have contact with my skin or my butt onto the toilet seat. You can also do that if you find it helpful, but if not, then I promise you, cleaning it with the disinfectant makes it clean. And the next thing I would like you to employ or to do is that make sure when you are sitting, position yourself in a way that your toilet or your poop do not go directly into the toilet water or the water in the toilet bowl. Why do I say this? Because most of the times when the toilet goes directly into the water, it splashes the water up, and if you're unfortunate, this water might touch your vagina or touch your skin, and that is not something we want to happen now, do we? So I would advise, personally, this is what I do. I position myself in a way that my poop do not go directly into the water, but then it hits the toilet can or the toilet bowl. You should also do that. Try that instead of letting it go directly into the water, because it will definitely splash anyway. If it does that, unfortunately, it might touch you, and that is germs, sis. That is germs. That is how you should use a toilet as a woman. As a woman, you can't be careful in that, because we are very, very susceptible to infections. And do not forget that after you are done using the toilet, you need to go through that process so to help the next person coming to use the toilet to be healthy enough. You are not just keeping yourself healthy, you're also keeping your friend or your neighbor also healthy. Don't forget to pour Dettol or disinfectant back into the water and flush it again. And after that, pour a last one and leave this in the water and let it do its work before you leave. And clean the toilet seat after you are done doing your business too. Keep it clean for the next person. Okay, what I don't understand is a lady will go into the toilet, finish her business, leave, and you go there to only find toilet stains in the toilet bin or in the toilet can. Sis, that is disgusting. As a young woman and a potential mother, is that how you're supposed to teach your children to keep healthy as ladies? That is terrible. If you're fond of doing that, desist. This should be the last time you ever do something like that. Before you leave, the same way you expect the toilet to be clean and crisp as you are going to use it, it's the same way someone else expects it to be neat for you to come and use it. So make sure that you keep the toilet clean even after you are done using it. And now let's talk about the bathroom or bathing. These are some of the areas of the body, of the woman's body, that needs to be taken care of very, very thoroughly. Make sure that these areas are taken extra or special care of. One of these places is your armpit. And before you go to take your bath, you use lime or you use soda, as some people would use. I've never tried that, but I've used lime severally. You use lime and rub it into your armpit for say 5 minutes before you go and take your bath, to ensure that any odor, any scent, any bacteria that may have been accumulated underneath your armpit are dealt with before you go to wash. Trust me, the soap and the water alone does not cut it. And when you are bathing or while you are bathing, make sure that the water and the soap and your sponge gets into your armpit. Let it get in there and do its work. Scrub it if you need to. Don't be harsh, if not you might hurt yourself, but make sure that it goes in there. The next place you need to be care of or take care of is behind your ears. These are parts of your body that may feel like not important, or you feel like you are bathing, the water will get in there. Sometimes the water doesn't get properly behind your ears, especially if you are having hair on. You are very careful that the water will not get into your hair, so you try avoiding areas around your hair, and that includes the back of your ear. So you might miss that portion, but that is very wrong. Make sure the water, the soap, and the sponge gets behind your ears and clean them very neatly and very thoroughly, because most of the odor that comes from your body is from behind your ears. So make sure you take care of your ears very thoroughly. Let's go to the next part, which is your neck. You need to make sure that you take special care of your neck. Make sure the sponge, the soap, and the water gets to your neck, every part of it, around it. Next part of your body you need to take care of whilst bathing is your feet, in between your toes, please make sure that your sponge goes in between them individually. Scrub it thoroughly. Make sure it is clean. Make sure the water gets through it. The last place I would like to talk about, the reason why I'm saying the last place is because this should be taken care of after you are done bathing. Do not clean this part of your body before you start bathing, and when you're done, that is it. That is your vagina. Honey, your vagina is very important. It's very delicate. It's the most delicate part of a woman's body. It is susceptible to a lot of infections, but you need to take care of your vagina very well. The vagina cleansing should come before and after everything is done, because if not, if you wash the vagina first, what happens is that the soap that you're using to bath the rest of your body runs down to your vagina. It passes through it, and the soap is made of a lot of toxic chemicals that is not healthy for your vagina. It will end up going there and staying there, and you might not wash it well. You feel like it's clean enough. Do not use your soap. I cannot stress on this enough. Do not use your soap to clean your vagina. Avoid it. Avoid doing that. I would advise that you get a feminine wash. I personally use a feminine wash from Formula. They have a really good. I will place an image somewhere. If you can afford it, it's not that expensive too. If you can afford it, or any other feminine wash, get it. After you are done bathing, let that be the last thing you do. Pour a little bit of the feminine wash in your hands, rub it and let it lather, and then use it to clean around your vagina and wash it with clean water. That should be the last thing you do. Sis, the last thing to do is wash your vagina. Don't let that be the first or the second thing to do. Let it be the last. That should do it, or that should cut it for bathing section. Let's go to the things you need to have in your cosmetics. Don't compromise on a deodorant or a dew spray or a shower. Do not compromise on that. Make sure as a lady you have a deodorant. Use this daily before you leave, before you step out of your house. Make sure that you use a deodorant. Your armpit is one of the places or one of the parts of your body that smells. Make sure you get a reliable product, a product that it doesn't just wear off after maybe some few hours of the day, then you sweat a little and it washes down. We have products that will keep your armpits clean and dry for the entire day. Ladies, do not let another person sit in by you, smell your water, and also throw away. Don't ever put yourself in that situation. Take very good care of yourself. I cannot stress enough on this. Nobody should have to tell you as a lady that you should keep your armpit clean, or your armpit should always be sprayed with a deodorant before you leave your house. And make sure that whilst you are at it, these parts of your bodies that you took very care of whilst bathing them, behind your ear, the neck, needs to breathe.